Welcome to one of the most bizarre studies that I have read on this channel. I guess this is what Greta Thunberg was trying to protect us from. Hate tweets. Beautiful thumbnail with a white person, which I believe happens to be a man, because, I mean, according to the journalists, these are the only people on the planet capable of hate tweeting. And I want people to understand, this is not necessarily what the study suggests. This is what the journalists understand what the study suggests. So you have to look through the prism of the mind of someone who works at Euronews. Because I don't think scientists can actually conclude something like this. And if they did conclude something like this, then it's probably wrong. And I'll explain why. I mean, a statistical analysis of more than 4 billion tweets found that temperatures above 30 degrees leads to an increase in online hate across climate zones and socioeconomic differences. Okay, so if this is the case, I mean, holy shit, like, look at Africa then, right? Because, like, the temperatures there can be quite high. What about the Middle East? You know, oh my god, people in the desert. I mean, those, if they get access to a Twitter account, the Trust and Safety Council is going to have to do an overnight stay in order to shut them all down. But, like, look, temperatures below 12 degrees also problematic. Oh, make sure the Eskimos don't get an internet connection, because then again, like, think about the poor people working at the Twitter's Trust and Safety Council. Oh my god. Yes, it might be. I'm just saying. Okay, it may be that when people feel any type of discomfort, they might get a little bit annoyed, and when people are annoyed, they do the hate tweeting. Whatever the fuck that is, by the way, because again, like, I'm really curious to see the definition. Like, if someone calls Skullfuck47 a poopy head, is that a hate tweet? Like, what is... Anyway, the research published in The Lancet are based on tweets from Twitter users in the United States. Again, like, I am bewildered by the fascination of the scientists with the United States, as if it's the only country in the world. Like, we never see about the tweets coming from the Middle East. We never see about the, well, I guess you can't tweet if you're from China, but, like, the tweets coming from Taiwan. No, it's the United States. What is happening in the United States? What are the bigots in the United States tweeting? The minimum number of hate tweets was recorded at temperatures between 15 and 18 degrees Celsius. Temperatures above 30 Celsius was considered to be linked with increase in online hate. Detecting hate tweets in more than 4 billion tweets from the US. By the way, is taxpayer money spent into this level of research? Like, what exactly are you trying to prove? It's like, okay, if it's hot, people are more irritable. Like, what is the solution to that? Forbid people from tweeting when the temperatures are too hot, eh? Oh, of course, climate change. Worrying implication. I see. If we don't stop climate change, more people are going to hate tweet. Are Europeans susceptible to... Again, the United States and Europe, the only countries that seem to exist into the mind of the academic. In 2022, studies based on the online behavior of Europeans made similar findings. Yeah, but, like, wouldn't you be curious about places in the world that have temperatures usually above 30 degrees? Like, how are people in Qatar tweeting? I don't know. In the PIK study of US tweeters, the authors used machine learning to identify 75 million hate tweets. They used the official UN definition for hate speech. Of course, yeah. If you're talking about the UN, why don't we look at the hate speech from India? Like, no, seriously, did you notice this? Like, you never hear news about bigotry coming from any other place besides Europe and the United States. Sometimes Australia, maybe Canada, but, like, you get the point. Like, we never hear about stuff that's coming from Zimbabwe or stuff that's coming from Botswana. No, or even, you know what? I'll even take North Korea. Okay, maybe they can't hate tweet because they can't tweet. But still, so the hate speech is discriminatory language with reference to a person or a group based on their religion, ethnicity, nationality, race, color, descent, gender, or another identity. Holy fucking shit. Do you know how expansive this definition is? Like, if you call someone a son of a bitch, well, that's hate speech because that is discriminatory language with reference to a person's descent. Stechmaster said that they found online hate increases up to 12% for temperatures below 12 degrees and up to 22% when it's hot. In other words, there is a limit to what people can take. Thus, there are likely limits of adaptation to extreme temperatures, and these are lower. See, this is why people need air conditioning. But they don't like that. You don't like that. It's like if you have air conditioning, no, you're not being an environmentalist. So they want people to hate tweet. And you know, like now when I'll see the government say you shouldn't have an air conditioner, I'm like, why? Do you want me to hate tweet? I mean, the study, the Lancet, the study. The author says that extreme temperatures feed online hate that can have the knockoff effect of impacting the mental health of the victims of that hate. Yeah, but the victims of that hate may be hate tweeting as well. Like, did you think about that? Like, can a person be a victim and a perpetrator at the same time? Like someone receives the hate and then they do it to other people. Because again, like, you're linking it to the temperature. Like, the temperature is the same for everyone, right? So, some person gets angry, they do it. And by the way, you know what I noticed? Like, this focus on online hate. What about road rage? Like, road rage is a lot more negative and more impactful than things that are happening online. Because it's in person, right? Almost, like, how many articles about road rage have you seen? Because I haven't seen any. But like when it comes, the online, the keyboard. Why don't you ban Twitter then? If it's so dangerous. Like if it's so dangerous for society, why don't you just get rid of it? I mean, if you had a machine, like for example, Skynet. Skynet was detrimental for the human race in the movie The Terminator. What were the heroes trying to do? Were they trying to apply terms of service to Skynet? No, they were trying to shut it the fuck down. Right? So if something is really that dangerous, you try to shut it down. Protecting our climate from excessive global warming is also critical to our mental health. Oh, of course, yeah, sure. You know what? From now on, if I go crazy, I blame the weather. By the way, when Twitter puts you in its naughty box, like they suspend your account, I love the word suspension. Do you know why it's called suspension? Because at first, when they first made the platform, they didn't think about the possibility of banning people. They were like, no, we're just going to suspend them. So you're kind of getting suspended forever. But that goes against the definition of what suspended means. Anyway, right? So you get put into the naughty box on Twitter. You get suspended for hate sprache. And you're saying, well, it's the temperature. What can I do? It's the temperature. Well, could that cause stereotypes? I wonder. Like in Europe, you know, certain countries are hotter than others. Are there any stereotypes about Italians? I'm just asking, because they're more to the south. It's southern Europe. Temperature is high. What about people living in the southern hemisphere around the people from the Lancet? What do you have to say about it? Is it only online or is it in real life as well? Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.